right now, yeah, I love to generally ask everybody deep down, man, like how they are within themselves. Like, generally, me looking at you as a man to man, like, would you say you're in a good place or you're working on some stuff? Like, happy wise, like, generally, would you say, like, yeah, you're happy right now with your life within or you're working through it?
I'm in a great place right now, which is it's not the most comedy positive place because comedy comes from a lot of tragedy.
And people say comedians are usually
miserable. Yeah, listen, I got some times where I got some times where I'm miserable as a motherfucker, but overall, I can't deny I'm happy, bro. Like that, bro, I'm in a really good place with my health, with my mind, and I've reprioritized. Like, listen, if you audiobooks, please God, listen to audiobooks. They have so much information, and you ain't gotta listen to it. Just put it in your ears while you're doing shit. And you just learn the messages subconsciously.
I was gonna say that subconsciously they'll be going in.
Yeah. But like I've been on this sort of like I've been on a path that work on myself because I realized I wasted a lot of my 20s on some more bullshit. So my 30s was my re-20s. My 30s is my re-20s. I'm re-20ing myself.
I'm feeling exactly like that, man.
There you go.
I feel like I wasted so many years in my 20s just fucking around. Now my 30s is like, you need to get, it's now and never. You need to sort some shit out and get serious. That's it.
And luckily, dudes still look young, so we can, work some shit out. But I am happy. Bro. But I'm happy because I fight for my happiness. I don't expect it to be delivered where I feel a lot of people fuck up because they think happiness should be delivered to you. It's owed to you. It's not. You got to work for your happiness. Get your ass up and go do something that makes you happy.
You heard?
Yeah, whether it's video games or reading a book or going on a bike ride. To expect happiness to be given to you is a disrespect to every person in the world who's been born with a disability, that can't do for themselves, that can't get some. You're taking this perfectly good body, sitting on your ass, and waiting for happiness to be delivered to you. I believe even said in the Bible, faith without works is dead. If you believe in happiness, you got to work for your happiness.
So, even that I like as well, because I've heard of that as well. Like faith without action, it's like,
there you go.
What's the point? And we see, even with that, we see so many times, people see these quotes over years, people see people doing inspirational things, but still themselves, they don't have the courage to get up and go make it happen for themselves.
There you go.
That's for a different conversation. And even going back to comedy, for anyone here who's watching comedy and for every reason, they just keep on overthinking, shitting themselves every time they're thinking about going to a comedy club and trying a thing. What advice would you have for them? Like, for anyone who wants to start comedy, what advice would you have for them?
If you want to start comedy, you have to be willing to accept that you may not be funny to everyone. That doesn't mean you're not funny. It means that everyone may not laugh at your jokes, which is fine. Everyone's not supposed to laugh at your jokes. If everyone laughs at your jokes, you're not funny. If everyone's laughing at you, you're not funny. You're a clown. You're being laughed at, not with. It's like you want to make the jokes, not be the joke. If everyone's laughing at you in the world, you're being a joke. It's a completely different thing. So, you just have to bite the bullet, and the more afraid you are means the more that you actually want to do it. That's why you should do it. The risk is worth the reward. People that want to do things with no risk, you get no reward because there was nothing to be gained from it.
Love that as well, yeah. Love that, man. And do you want to be famous?
Yeah. Being honest, I thought like what comes with it, and I don't want that. But I'm being honest. I want to walk out and see myself on a bus. I want to see myself on buildings. I want to see myself in newspapers, advertisements. Yeah, I want to be worldwide known and recognized for my comedy.
Of course, I love that, man. And for anyone who's watching this, one thing you just have to say, like, this is one of the most honest person I've ever interviewed.
Oh, man. Thank you, bro.
No, real shit.
I appreciate it.
Like, I love that, and I know for a fact like, there'll be a lot of people who sit in that chair. For me personally, who would lie deep down, because exactly what you just said. Because end of the day, if you want to be successful at something, right?
Yeah.
Fame comes with it anyway, whatever. If you want to do something and be as successful as well with it. So by default, if that's the right word, by default, fame comes with it. And it's like, if you're keeping a rule with yourself, of course, I want to be famous because I want my work I want to be big all over the place so that people can know me for my work. But if fame's come with it, let's be fucking famous.
I'll be honest, like, if I had all the money in the world but no acknowledgement, I would be really miserable. I would like, someone would say, oh, that thing was so funny. I'm like, I wrote that fucking thing. They should know that I wrote it. I would have to be honest with myself. I would be annoyed if they didn't acknowledge the effort.
Absolutely, man. And have you, like, obviously we go through journeys and stuff like that. Going through your comedy journey and that, Have you ever considered quitting?
Several times.
Talk to me about it.
I'll be real with you. I consider quitting so many times because you don't know where is this shit going. What's this show gonna bring?
Yeah.
How this fucking guy's been staring at me all goddamn night, and I've been doing these jokes, and they're hitting and they're missing, and where's the consistency? And no one's like vibing the way I want them to vibe. I think about quitting a lot, but it's because I think about quitting, I persevere. It's like if I didn't ever think about quitting, it's like, well, what's the passion? What, like, it's not bringing me what I want, what I really, really want. So I want to leave this because it's not bringing me what I want. But then I have to go be accountable. What am I doing to push myself to use this tool to get what I want? Am I talking about enough men, women stuff? Am I talking about enough topical things? Do I have enough stories? Am I animated enough on stage? Am I networking? Which is something that a lot of times I don't want to do after a show. Bro, I want to go home. Yeah. I don't want to talk to everybody. I don't want to crack jokes, but you got to. You want to be funny? You got to be likable. Like, if you're an asshole, I don't care. I don't care how funny you are. If you're an asshole, I don't want to work with you. Legit. I don't want you at my shows. I don't want you, because that's a bad vibe. I want to have fun.
Fuck bad vibes, man.
Yeah, fuck
That's
that.
what we say. You're going to say. And I get this proper driven person, like this proper resilience from you, yeah? Like, where'd you get that from? Like, what is your relationship with your mum and your dad like? And where'd you get that from? Do you get that from your dad or your mum or in general? Like, where'd you get that from, man? Obviously, it's a two-part question. Like, how was your relationship with your mum and your dad in general? And like with your resilience and your fight, where'd you get that from?
My relationship with my mom is cool. I love my mom. She brought me into this world. She
Big up to Mumsy. Love mums each and every time.
My father wasn't in my life when he left when I was like 5.
Oh, cool.
But it's just one of those. Oh, cool.
Oh,
my father with his father. Oh, cool. Yeah.
I meant to say, like, not to be rude. It happens, bro. Sorry.
Keep that in.
Keep
that.
I never cut. In my reality, we never cut nothing.
That's all good. That's all good.
But yeah, bro. Oh shit. God damn. Sorry, my bro. I didn't really mean to come out that house.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So relationship. I like it just trying to go past. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah, but next one. Sorry. But yeah,
so what happened? Your dog was shot in the head. Oh, cool.
But yeah, anyone want a sausage? Yeah,
right.
Want a sandwich? But yeah, bro, nah, my bad.
Oh man, that's funny. So my relationship with mom is great. Don't know my father. In terms of the resilience,
like where'd you get that, man? Yeah, I'm sure people are gonna feel the energies and get this, resilience and this fight from you. Like,
I don't want to be a loser to myself.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, I love my mom, but I'm not accountable to my mom. Yeah. I'm not accountable to my hypothetical kids that don't have them. Yeah. I'm only really accountable to myself. And if I don't do what I've got to do, it's not going to be anyone else has an answer for it. It'll be me. Like, if I'm on my deathbed, I'd hate to think, oh, I didn't do that. I never did that. It's some bitch made shit. Yeah. Like, take the risk, fall, and then get the fuck back up, because we all can get up. Yeah. Nothing's ever beaten us down to the point we can't give up again. To not be able to get back up is to die. And if you die, you got a pretty good reason for not achieving this shit, because you're dead. But
it's true.
Get the fuck up and keep going. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, another thing. I've had several brushes with death. So, coming out to this country, I had tuberculosis in 2005. Tuberculosis damn near killed me. Thanks, UK. I've had a seizure. I've had panic attacks. And each one of these times where I've come back from, I'm like, you know what? Life really is shorter than a motherfucker. Like, I could be gone tomorrow. I could be gone tonight. I have no idea when. But whenever I do go, I like to think, you know what? I was working on all this shit at the time I was taken out. Yeah. I'm fine. Because I wasn't sitting on my ass doing nothing, bro.
I love
which
that,
a lot
bro.
of us do. Watching YouTube, watching reality TV, watching bullshit to make us laugh at other people's pain, not realizing we're the ones who are really suffering.
It's true. And even one thing I've realized as well, I speak to one of my older brothers, because both of my brothers, they do YouTube content. And one thing I say to them is like this transition of going from being a consumer to a person who's actually creating the content. It's like the person being behind the camera, going in front of the camera. Just that transition. And it's like you said, even sometimes when, I don't know about you, like even sometimes I have problems, like no problems, but mentally I have difficulties of switching off.
Yes.
If you go into this, sometimes I'll try to be watching some content, but I'll be thinking about my interviews and certain things. but I never used to have that problem until I started creating myself. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm trying to say? So I feel like, yeah, certain people, there's a big difference between being a consumer and a person who creates, right?
Yes.
And there's this thing even people talk about, like for you personally, yeah, like there's so many people out there in this world who they might not know a person's journey,
Mm-hmm.
what that person might be going through,
Mm-hmm.
or what that person might have in, you get what I'm saying, in their mind, the vision. You know, like usually you get certain people who would say this, what I'm gonna say, yeah,
Yeah.
that if you reach a certain age and for whatever reason, if you're chasing something and it hasn't worked out for you, maybe that should be a sign for you to either get a job or
Mm-hmm.
try something else. What do you say to them kind of people? Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Get out of the way. Because they're trying to stand in the way of you achieving what you're trying to achieve. And to their defense, they can't see your dream. And they're not supposed to be able to see your dream. It's up to me to manifest my dream so other people can see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's my job.
Bro, you're talking big facts, man.
No, but that's it.
Big,
Like
big,
I don't even hold it
big
against them.
facts.
They're not
Big.
going to be able to see it because my dream is beyond their scope of vision. Like if they tried to see what my dream is, they wouldn't even see past the bottom of it because it's just so vast. And that's why you just have to keep powering through it. And you don't take it personal. They just don't understand. You don't get butt hurt by it. Just leave them to their thought because they're thinking at that point and you're thinking at this point. You'll never see eye to eye because ultimately that's what you want. You see eye to eye, you're understood. But it won't happen because you have a different mentality, different goals. And respectfully, some people just want a 9-to-5 average, no responsibility life where they can just chill and be easy. Some people want that. Others don't.
And do you think some people they just like they prefer like to just that comfort zone?
Yeah, some people just want to stay in
risks.
that comfort zone. They don't want to take any risks. They want a nice, predictable life, and there's no beef with that. If that's what you want, that's what you want. But that's your mentality.
Yeah, just don't put your limitations.
There you go.
Person.
There you go. On other people or children. Like there was a scene on Pursuit of Happiness. Have you seen Pursuit of Happiness? Will Smith.
One of my favorite movies.
Right.
You know when you said about when you said earlier about your childhood movie that nearly made you cry. That movie is made me drop a couple of tears.
It's a hard movie to watch. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Like it was a scene where Jaden was playing basketball and Will was saying like Jaden asked the father, as you ask your parent, I want to play basketball. You think I'd be a great basketball player or something to that effect? And he was
powerful,
and he was like, oh no, you're gonna be average height, and I wasn't that good, so you're probably not gonna be that good, and you probably just like leave it alone. And then he just kicked the ball like, bro, we shit all over my dreams, pops. The fuck I'm supposed to do with that? And it's just he did. And then when Will said to him like, "Don't let anyone tell you can, not me, not anyone," and that mentality we don't push enough.
Why do you think is that? Because I always try to speak about trying to break the cycle, like correcting, keyword, correcting the mistakes that some of our parents maybe made, and sometimes maybe some of the mistakes some of our parents maybe made. It was not obviously on purpose. It just there was only doing or there was only like parenting. The only way they knew how to parent. You know what I'm saying? But obviously this comes with growth. The more we grow up, so where do you think that mentality comes from with some of our?
If I had to be honest, I think it's pride and fear. They don't want to acknowledge that they were wrong because a lot of I don't know about you, if you ever try to correct your mom before in your life, it's easier to fight sharks with your penis. Like to try and correct your mom.
You can't say that again.
It's so much like easier.
That's taboo.
You can't confront and say you're wrong because it's ridiculous. But a lot of them, I feel like if you push yourself to be something huger than they could even fathom, they had nothing to do with it. They've got to acknowledge that they weren't right. They were pushing you something that was safe. You were trying to aspire to your dreams. You're trying to aspire to the highest heights of your ability. Where they're just saying, no, just do something safe. And this isn't an attack on black women or black mothers. So just miss me with that.
It's just the truth.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that there are individuals who, because they can only see this big, they won't understand when you're like seeing this big. That's it.
That's the benefits of looking at the bigger picture. Because when you look at the bigger picture, you can see so much shit that usually you wouldn't get to see when you're looking at a smaller picture, right?
Big time.
And even for you, like what you see with comedy and everything that just in your life generally, everything that you're trying to do, everything that you do on a daily basis, like the key word here is what keeps you going. What's that burning fire? What's that thing? Obviously, it could be maybe a few things or one specific thing, bro. I've met you not even for like a couple of hours, but bro, I'm saying on camera and I was saying off camera, bro, I love you and I love your energies,
Big
bro.
love, brother.
Like, what's that? Yeah, what's that? Yeah, what's that burning fire? What keeps you going, bro? Like, just in general, with everything that you do, what keeps you going and keeps you
Cocaine.
pushing?
No.
Cocaine. Escobar. Let me ring my guy.
What keeps me going?
Yeah.
I love living. I like having fun. I like enjoying myself.
Yeah.
And I've freed myself of all the vices I thought gave me pleasure.
Yeah.
Pussy wasn't it. Naps wasn't it. Food wasn't it.
Yeah.
Popularity wasn't it. But what does make me feel great every day? Writing a joke. Writing a funny ass joke. I say to myself, "Yeah, that's fucking funny." Like that, it tickles me. It makes
I felt that.
Yeah, just like I love to be able to create from nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fucking funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
like
my guy.
Yeah, but I love doing that, and it's something that I can always do for myself. When you place your qualification of happiness outside yourself, you never achieve it. I'll be happy when I get 40,000. I'll be happy when I buy a house. I'll be happy when I get this job. Then you get it. Then what? Well, then what? Then you're done. Your happiness is done because you got 40 G's. Your happiness is done because you got the house. No, it has to be something that means something to you, right? So comedy means a lot to me, and I love the fun of it.
And that's the main core that keeps you going and basically keeps you going through everything and takes you through everything.
Yeah, but also I know to give myself breaks. Like the weekend is my time.
Oh, say that again.
Yeah, I know to give myself breaks. I know how to give myself breaks. I think it's great to have work ethic. I think it's great to push yourself. But if you do not give yourself a break, you will break. That's it. You need to say that
again. If you do not, do you hear what he just said, guys?
Yeah.
If you do not give yourself a break, what would happen to you?
You will break. Oh my you have to give yourself a break. Time to refresh. Time to just re-up yourself. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
No, bro, you're dropping proper gems on people, man. And certain people, sometimes you need, I think a person needs to come on here and speak about certain things in a certain way to get through to certain people. Even for me, I can't wait to just take this and watch it back. Like, I'm being honest, I can't wait to watch this back myself, but to be like, oh shit. He was proper going in. Now, real shit.
But yeah, man, like it's like, so like I play my video games on the weekend. I eat my junk food or whatever. I just have a lot of fun, man. I sleep till as late as possible. Like you got this mentality of, oh, I don't want to waste the day. Waste what day? Do you know when you're going to die? If you don't, then what is a waste? Enjoy each moment as they come. Be present. Be present in the moment. Like this moment right here, dope as fuck. I'm enjoying this moment.
Thank you, my guy. Even me, man. And it's so important. I don't know why it is with some human nature where it's like some people, till now, obviously, adults, young kids, or whatever, this thing of like always telling certain people, you could be black, white, from whatever culture, to a person, certain people get this problem with living in a moment.
Yeah.
Why do you think certain people have got this kind of problem or this thing where they just cannot literally live in the moment? Why?
I think a lot of it comes from focusing too much on the past because it can be traumatic.
Yeah.
And also fear of the future. Because you can't see the future, it terrifies a lot of people because you can't see. You're pretty much blindfolded going through life. And the past is what you can see, but you can't change. So you got a future that you can't see, but you can change. But whether you change to, you don't know. And a past you can see, but you can't change. You just got to stick with it. So you can change the future, you can't change the past. You can see one, you can't see the other. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Some people would like to look at the past because they can see it. It's I remember when I had that bad experience. And it's been psychologically and chemically proven that putting yourself in a mental state of a past situation puts you emotionally at that past situation.
Oh,
it's been chemically proven that. So when you think about a bad experience you had, you're reliving a bad experience chemically, emotionally, psychologically, all of that shit. Which is another reason I don't focus on the bullshit. Focus on what works for you. Have fun. People want to not be in the moment because they're just worried that, but what about that? And what about that? They worry about things they can't control. You can control the present. And if I want to be really honest, that control is what scares the shit out of people. You know you control this moment in time that you're presently at. So you don't want to be in it because it makes you have to make a choice. Are you going to go left? Are you going to go right? Are you going to go up? Are you going to go down? Oh, well, because what happened to me in the past, someone left for something bad, I'm going to go right. That's not you making a decision. That's you being traumatized.
Real. Oh, you touched that word.
Yeah, you're being traumatized. You can't let the past dictate everything you fucking do. Learn from it. Don't be traumatized by it.
And move on. It's absolutely interesting. And For me, again, sometimes even I think to myself,
Yeah.
if certain people thought like me to a certain degree, I think the world would be in a better place.
Yeah.
So, in my personal opinion,
Yeah.
I might be wrong or right, but in my personal opinion, this is what I'm gonna say. It's my personal
for it,
opinion.
go for it.
Yeah, I honestly think like there's a lot of UK comedians who are full of shit.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because I speak. One of my cousins is a comedian as well.
Okay.
Do you know some guy called Limbs Ali? Some black
Yes, I've heard of Limbs.
Limbs Ali. Yeah,
That's your cousin?
he's my cousin. Yeah,
All right.
I've even had him there as well. Yeah.
All right.
So we have a lot of conversation, and he tells me a lot of stuff that goes on. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of comedians from the UK, they're full of shit, and they don't support each other. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think in your personal opinion, do you think I'm right or wrong? In your personal opinion?
I feel like I can't say you're wrong.
Yeah.
For one reason.
Yeah.
We haven't seen a UK version of Friday. If you think about what Friday was at the time, Bernie Mac, comedian. Chris Tucker, comedian. He wasn't a comedian, but I'm gonna throw what you call it. Wait, no, you have fucking what was it called? Mike Epps. I know he was in later versions,
Yeah.
but you know,
He's a comedian as well.
Yeah, like when you know that you're working towards a common goal,
Yes.
the ego can lower itself and you guys can all work together.
Yeah.
But if your ego's at a certain level, it won't allow you to work with someone else to a level where you don't have all the shine. And it's sad because I feel like you guys have amazing stories. You guys have amazing culture. You guys have amazing the situation you guys have. African Americans is just African Americans across the board. You guys have so many different cultures of African Caribbean. You could make the most glorious story if y'all all pulled together in comedy. If you did, but for whatever reason,
too much segregation.
Way too much.
And I don't even sometimes we could be here the whole year trying to work out why the segregation comes in. Even like right now, like who's your favorite like UK comedian like right now? Who are you fucking with and saying this guy is fucking funny, man? Like right now, like currently.
I'm gonna be 100. I have a list of a few dudes who are legit funny. So.
Be 200%. Never 100%. Keep it 200.
Can I give a few?
Yeah, give a few.
All right. I'm gonna legit say Junior Booker is funny as shit. He's a funny ass comedian. Alfie Packham, funny ass fucking comedian. Howa, aka Bleach Queen, she's fucking hilarious. She was at my show I did on Tuesday that just passed.
Yeah.
Nads, who I do my podcast with, she's fucking hilarious.
Big up, by the way, big up Nads. I think follow on Instagram. Yeah. Big her up, and I hope to get her on the red chair very soon, man. She's seen. You guys have done that even.
The podcast.
You see,
and sketches.
Sketches. Yeah, one of the funniest sketches I'm gonna literally say on camera that I've seen you and Nads do. Yeah, you know the Rare Nephew thing. When a white girl drinks Rare Nephew.
Oh,
and she goes crazy.
No, that was Chris Savage.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it with Chris Savage?
That was Chris Savage. Me and
Yeah.
Naz did something similar in a car.
In a car.
A music video.
Yeah.
Yeah. The music video. Get out the car.
I'm not gonna lie. You should do more skits, man.
Dude, it's timing.
And just the way she bounces off people as well, our energies. Yeah.
She's awesome. She's really
Is she doing like a comedy tour as we speak now?
Yes, she is. She's dope. She's killing it, man.
Yeah, man.
Like I like a lot of comedians who I actually can see and I can I fuck with this. I fuck with that.
Exactly.
You know?
Genuinely as well, genuinely speaking. And obviously...
Oh shit, I forgot. Michael Franklin, also funny as motherfucker. Funny as shit.
Yeah.
I saw him recently at a show in Worthing. Guy's fucking hilarious. So Michael Franklin.
Yeah, man. All of the comedians that you bigged up, big yourself up, guys. In case one of you guys ever get to watch this conversation, big yourselves up. So, bro, Brandon, how would you describe your comedy style?
Observational, narrative, and absurdist.
Jeez.
Yeah, I do some wild shit on stage, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do wild shit on stage. Because it's why not? You know, I have an idea and I'll just run with it.
And... for anyone who would want to pause this interview now to go check out your content, and they're like, you know what? Let me just pause this and go check this guy. What's the best place for them to go to check out your work?
I'd say go to Instagram. That's got a lot of my stuff. And if you really want something right now, type into Google Brandon's Morning Joke.
Yeah,
Brandon's Morning Joke.
Love that, man. And bro, for me, this question is a yes. It's a straight yes. Yeah. Do you think personally, certain people, it could be in whichever industry, this is a broad question, it could be whichever industry it is. Do you think, honestly, you proper observing certain people and how certain people either move or how they translate certain meanings to what I'm going to say? Basically, do you think certain people have actually sold their soul but they don't actually realize that they've sold their soul.
It's a big question. Do I think
Yeah.
people have
Think
sold
about it for a
their
second,
soul
yeah.
without realizing they've sold their soul?
And the reason why I say that, why you think about it, and the reason why I say that, because I think, yes, because I feel like selling your soul, I feel like, personally, for me to not go into it too much, I feel like certain people, they actually don't understand the meaning of selling your soul. That's what I think personally. But yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
selling their soul.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that level of spirituality is lost upon a lot of people. So for them, it's like you said, they don't know what it is to sell their soul. So it's like, well, I'm not selling my soul because I haven't done this particular thing or I haven't done that particular thing.
Yeah.
But I know in my heart of hearts what would be selling my soul for me. If I went against something that I legit stand for the money or the fame or whatever, that would be in a sense me selling my soul. I feel like because a person would need Satan to come up and that soul's my motherfucker, rip, like they need that to happen for them to think that they've sold their soul. They need something really overt. Where I feel like it's a lot more subtle.
Absolutely.
The moment you start to sacrifice your integrity, sacrifice your word, sacrifice your honor, the moment you ain't shit to yourself or anyone else, that's when you fully sold your soul. And I do think that. That's what I think will bring a person to suicide. A person who's like majorly successful. There's a guy called Lee Thompson or something like that?
Yeah.
It was the guy who played Jet Jackson. Guy was handsome, famous, lots of money. Ended up committing suicide because he was horribly depressed. And I feel like once you've sacrificed those parts of yourself, your honor, your self-respect, your dignity, and you realize there's nothing left in you, you're hollow, there's nowhere else to go but off the planet.
That's some real shit. That's
just my opinion. Like some people think, well, actually, I don't mind not having any. It's like, well, okay, do you? But I need to have integrity. I need to have my word. Like, bro, when I was younger, I used to lie my ass off a lot. I don't even like the idea of lying now because it just cheapens my character. And that's another thing that pushes me, bro. Like, I want to be able to wake up in the morning like, I don't feel like a piece of shit.
I respect that, bro. Honestly, bro, I respect that, man. I respect that. And yeah, man, for me, this is really all about you. I don't want to say too much, but honestly, for me, to not explain too much, I feel like, and which is sad to be fair. I feel like because, like I said, because certain people don't understand the meaning of selling yourself. I feel like they've sold it, man. I see it in many different ways, and I'm like, rah. But that's for a different conversation. We can carry that on, man. And even like back in the days, not even back in the days, like I'm an old man. Basically, when I was in school, leaving school, those kind of periods, this analogy or this word, friends with benefits, used to be quite popular. Friends with benefits. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So for you, what do you think? Do you think that is some old school shit when was young in school, or do you think that's still like basically? Do you think that still applies to certain people now, depending on what relationship you got with a certain person?
I think friends with benefits is the most honest form of relationship nowadays. No, I do, because you know what you're doing, you know what you're in it for, and there's no expectations beyond we're having sex. Feelings may get caught, but that's to be addressed. Where if you're in a relationship, you both think, well, we're both in this for the long haul, and I'm going to date her, and she's going to date me. And meanwhile, you don't realize she's still hankering for ain't shit ex-boyfriend who's in jail, and he's just waiting for him to get out and shit. And it's just, and he's writing her letter.